Go Bloodline! Welcome back to Keep Smiling Adventures, guys, and as you can see on this very grey looking day, we are on a bike packing mission. We are on the bomb track because we are taking on the Trans Cambrian Way. It basically starts at the border of England and Wales and it heads all the way to the west coast of Wales off road. It is currently about 8 AM. It is grey, it is miserable, there's going to be a lot of rain. It's going to be a real tough trip. We're going to probably take around two and a bit days maybe, but let's get into it because I'm cold, I want to ride, I want to warm up. Yeah, let's do it. 105 miles off-road across Wales in December. Morning. As if the rain wasn't hard enough and brutal enough, the wind up there, oh my god, that was mental, and it was bitterly cold. The ground is actually frozen in places, just to give you an idea of just how cold it is. Woo! Bitter December bikepacking. I've got a bit of shelter now, there's some trees just over to my left, so hopefully, just as I said that, I get a big gust of wind. Hopefully be sheltered for a bit. Oh, let's do it, guys, let's do it! hiking up again, and well, rain, wind, super cold, very, very cold. Fingertips are frozen, toes, very, very cold too. Soaking wet. I think I've got more of the tailwind now for a little bit, hopefully, but we'll see how much we can actually ride. It's so slow going. How far I got. I would tell you how far I got, but I would. It's a piece of crap. It's not doing anything. But back, I did lose the course a little bit, so I had to take a detour. I couldn't see where the trail was, and on top of that massive hill, it was just so exposed. Wind, absolutely insane. Rain, absolutely hurting. Right, let's just keep moving forward. Oh well guys, today has been absolutely brutal. I hope you can hear me because I'm having to use a different camera because my GoPro says it's too cold. That's right, the GoPro is useless as well as the Wahoo. But as you can see, the sky has actually turned blue and the sun is sort of hiding behind some clouds. It's coming out every now and again. Today it's actually been so brutal. I've only managed to do so far about 30 miles. I've probably got a few hours left before it gets dark. But yeah, it's absolutely brutal. 80 miles still to go. But it's time to have a good old Ginsters. Knackered, absolutely knackered. Finally though, the rain has stopped. Right, Ginsters time and carry on before it starts raining again. Right guys, so I am in camp. Today has literally been the most brutal day of my life. 40 miles, 7,500 feet of climbing and non-stop headwinds and crosswinds, and they're just brutally cold. Everything's soaking wet. I'm soaking wet, but I'm in the tent. Just I'm in like a little wooded area, so I'm a bit sheltered from all the wind. But yeah, it's a little bit crazy out there. Hoping tomorrow will ease up a little bit. 40 miles, still got quite a way to go. Fingers crossed we can crack at least another 40 tomorrow, hopefully. So I'm gonna get some sleep. It's not even late, it's only like 5:30, completely dark. So annoying. Right, I'm gonna get some sleep. See you bright and early in the morning. Let's hope all this rain and stuff stops a little bit for tomorrow. See you in the morning. I've woken up in a snow blizzard. Here's what I'm going to do right now. I'm trying to follow this route, which is really hard. No idea where I'm going. Can't see a thing. I don't know if I just turn back and get off this mountain. Basically just trying to go forward on the route. I think I'm actually going to be that side of the river, but I was a bit worried that there might not be a way of crossing just in case there's no bridge, so I've taken the road route. Basically tonight I cannot camp even if I wanted to, because when I got out of my tent this morning it was so windy. My tent basically just flew away. I lost like all of my tent pegs apart from one. So best case scenario is I find somewhere to sleep tonight, like a B&B. Worst case is I have to try and find a train station to get home somehow. There was not much point going back because there's no train stations that way. My hands are freezing, my toes are numb. But I mean, this might be turned into type 3 kind of fun. But snowy mountains, look. Look at that. This is day 2 of the Trans Cambrian Way in December, in the middle of a snowstorm today. Woo! Keep smiling adventures. Well guys, I'm feeling on this. I mean, that wind right there. That wind right there is what I was riding into. I just can't do it anymore, it's way too cold. The snow wouldn't be a problem, the rain wouldn't even be a problem. But this wind is crazy. Absolutely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to the nearest built-up place. See what I mean? What I'm going to do, head back to the nearest built-up place, try and find either like a B&B, so I can warm up, or maybe just get a train. Not sure yet, we'll see. Bloody hell, this wind. Alright, let's jump over to wherever. Right guys, as you can see, I am in a hotel B&B type thing. Today was just too much. I woke up, well, let me start. In the night, when I set up camp, I found somewhere that was like out of the wind. When I set up camp, it was great. It was out of the wind was coming from this way, perfect. I was sheltered. But then about an hour after I actually got into camp, the wind changed direction and it was just howling and howling from this side of me. And literally by the time I got out in the morning, literally as I got out, my tent just went like that, gone. I was like, bye then. Yeah, so that was how windy it was. I lost all my pegs, so got to get new pegs. But I decided, let's just carry on. It was snowing, I'd woken up, it was white, it was beautiful, but a little bit mad. The wind was making it tough, and of course it was a headwind. So as I carried on, it was just getting worse and worse. The headwind was insane. It was literally like 40-mile-an-hour gusts, literally blowing me back. Couldn't ride barely anything. I must have hiked for about 3 hours and probably only covered like 10 miles with a little bit of biking in and everything. But then I just literally, my hands were frozen. I couldn't get my glove on because my hands were just so cold. And yeah, so it was a bit mad. So I ended up cycling back to where I am now. I'm going to put it on screen because I don't know how to say it. So my plan was to like stay here tonight, regroup, and then carry on tomorrow. But the weather is just staying like this the whole week. Now, if it was just rain, I would deal with it. If it was just snow, I'd probably deal with it and just quite enjoy it. But it's the wind, it's the headwind. If it was a tailwind, I'd probably still go with it. But it's not. It's a massive, massive headwind. And the progress is going to be way too slow in them conditions. We're gonna come back when the wind has died down at least. So that was a couple days on the Trans Cambrian trail. It was brutal for the 40 miles I've done, but it was a fun type 2 bordering on type 3 kind of adventure. So I'll see you in the next one. Keep smiling, enjoy the adventure.